In life, we are all seeking elements of ourselves where we feel relevant, personally involved in our lives. But what if you can't find the inner peace to live your best life?
Yeah, Coach Lamont guides us on discovering self-relevance in today's U-Day moment.
What will it take for you to feel more relevant, to feel as if you are in charge of your life again? For many of us, life has beat us up so bad. We stopped swinging, we stopped fighting, and we just simply walked away. We feel as if we have lost the fight, the desire for life, the energy to win. And many of us believe that this is all that we will ever see. This was familiar to me. I was at a place in my life where I struggled to find the will to want more, to want life. But one day, I decided to give me back to me. I decided to stop making excuses and started living again. You only have one life to live, so why live it with you continuously thinking that you're not relevant? I want you to believe in you again. And if you can't find the strength to begin, here, I will let you borrow some of my strength because I believe in you and I am pulling for you. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best U-Day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Always great words of encouragement from Coach Lamont. I love that. I think all of us have probably been there one time or another, and this might sound cliche, but I'm a big advocate for writing things down, writing out the goals that you want so you can hold yourself accountable to reach them.
I think I had a teacher once who always said that confidence starts with yourself. You can't rely on other people to give you your confidence. You have to do it yourself. And so she would say that when people would say, I feel better, we would have these heartfelt conversations, and she said, I feel better when people accept me, and but well, everybody does. But he said for you to have confidence, that starts with you first, and then everybody else falls in.
Yeah, exactly. And just work on the things that you want to get better at so you can build that confidence and love yourself, because you're right, it really does start with you.
That's absolutely right. All right, 4 to 5 continues. We have more straight ahead right after this break.
And we're on Facebook now.
Oh, we are.
So come join us, chat with us on the live stream.
Say hello.
One, two, three, four, five. Welcome back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check, check. Lovely.
Yes, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together like a classic combination.
Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top of the 4:30. It's time to go home.
Hello, mic check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vandalia, Jalen.
Well, welcome back to your 4 to 5. I'm Lauren Coleman here with Jalen Gilkey, Eric Chilton, and Amanda Ferguson. Half hour to go.
Cannot wait for the weekend. We're so close.
48
but yet
hours.
Not
so
me.
far away.
Make sure you come join us on Facebook. We are live streaming right now. Come and hop and talk with us during the breaks. We'd love to hear from you. So, Eric, how's the weather looking out there?
All right, yes, baking, that would be the proper term, because now I will say this, right now with the cloud cover moving in, it feels a heck of a lot better than it did about an hour ago when it was really hot, and we were looking at temperatures in the mid 80s, but I got to tell you the feels like index at that point was closer to 90 when we had that sunshine out. Now the clouds have moved in, at least right here where we are over the station. If you look regionally, temperatures go to the mid 70s for Columbia. You can tell who's getting the rain and who's not, right? Columbia is usually hotter than we are by a good stretch. If you head down to Charleston at 75, we're at 85, so we're kind of in between all those showers. And the overnight low tonight is really mild. This is a tomorrow morning temperature, basically 70 degrees tomorrow. More clouds than not in the overnight period. And tomorrow is going to be a variably cloudy day, just like today. You see the sun here or there early, then some clouds in the afternoon. 78 by midday, 85 your high tomorrow. Again, a 40% chance of a scattered shower storm. Speaking of that, look at them. They're all over the place. I mean, really, you go down to Hickory, and by the way, right around Hickory, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning about an hour ago, but that's expired. Now we look to the north and east, and a lot of this really, it looks like it's kind of falling apart a little bit. This one around Mount Airy and down to Pilot Mountain, that's headed toward Danbury and Stokes County. King might get a little bit of that as well. That's probably the strongest storm that we see anywhere in the viewing area right now. It's generally unsettled all across the area, but again, we'll have to deal with that not only today, but tomorrow and probably again as we head into Friday. By the weekend, there is a chance our rain chances could drop a little bit, especially second half of the weekend and the first part of next week. We'll show you that 7-day coming up.
Let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. A trial date is set for the 3 former Minneapolis officers accused of aiding and abetting Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. The trial was set to begin in August of this year, but Judge Peter Cahill pushed that date back, citing the need for space from publicity after Derek Chauvin is sentenced on June 25th. Opening testimony for the trial start March 8th of next year. The 3 former officers are charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder and manslaughter. Guilford County Crime Stoppers is asking for your help finding people who used a stolen credit card at a local store in Greensboro. Right now, information about the incident is limited, but you can report anonymous tips to Crime Stoppers by calling this number, 336-373-1000. And a new study shows more people are willing to get the COVID vaccine as vaccination rates slow down. The Brigham and Women's Hospital study shows 2/3 of people say they would get the vaccine if they hadn't already. 70% of pregnant women also say they got their vaccine or will when they can. And researchers say now is the time to tailor vaccination education to people who remain undecided and to make sure everyone who wants to get the vaccine has access to one. Health officials have said booster shots may be necessary down the line to protect against COVID-19 variants. The survey shows most people who already received the vaccine would be willing to get a booster as soon as possible. And drug manufacturing company Merck signed an accord with the Biden administration in courses of its coronavirus oral treatment. The $1.2 billion deal would fund the treatment for mild to moderate cases of COVID. The drug is in its 3rd phase of testing.
Guilford County Summer Schools and Meals program is back in full swing, and it can benefit anyone 18 and under. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey went out to Vandalia Elementary School to learn more about what you need to know.
Well, with the school year coming to a close, Guilford County Schools began their 2nd consecutive summer offering free meals and kids 18 and under. It's important to note they do not need to be Guilford County School students. Not only will there be multiple locations for meal pickup, but the district will feed every child enrolled in the district's summer academic program as well.
Guilford County Schools has opened up 20 grab-and-go locations that will operate Monday through Thursday from 11 to 12 o'clock. And then we also will be providing meals for students who will be attending our summer academic programs. At this time, we have about 15,000 students.
Nicole Portee is the Senior Executive Director of Operations and System Support for Guilford County Schools. She understands that this program is crucial for the further success of our students.
Our families have provided Guilford County Schools feedback regarding the meals. They really look forward to receiving the meals each and every day, as well as the students. Look forward to seeing the lunch ladies provide them and hand over meals, which includes a lunch and a breakfast for the next day.
Like I mentioned earlier, there are 20 locations where anyone ages 18 and under can go and receive a free lunch. I'll attach a link to that list in my web story on WFMYnews2.com.
Thanks, Jalen. Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools free summer meals starts next week. We put a list together to help you out. Text MEALS to 336-379-5775 and we'll send the information right to your phone.
And Elon University is expanding its tutoring program in Alamance County. The university received a $1.25 million grant for the It Takes a Village project to support 1,200 students starting this fall. That's more than 3 times the number of students the program sponsors now. 300 university students and volunteers will tutor children at all Title I elementary schools in the Alamance-Burlington school system. Funding will help create Start Early in Medicine, a new health science program for middle school students.
Happening right now, a job fair to recruit hires for the Greensboro Coliseum Complex and Stephen Tanger Center. The locations are looking to hire part-time workers. Approximately 200 positions are available. You have plenty of time to check it out. The job fair goes until 8 tonight. And don't forget, the state is changing the qualifications for unemployment and job search steps. We have experts joining us today to talk about everything unemployment and these new job search changes. To get your question answered, text them to us, 336-379-5775. A new report shows the wealthiest Americans pay little to no income tax.
The ProPublica report obtained IRS data of well-known businessmen like Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. CBS News' Elise Preston explains how this is possible.
When most of us get paid, so does Uncle Sam.
You're really taxed a lot. You're taxed more than you should be, probably.
But nonprofit investigative journalism organization ProPublica obtained never-before-seen IRS information and found the 25 richest Americans sometimes paid little or no federal income taxes. That includes Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Michael Bloomberg, and Jeff Bezos, now the richest person in America. He paid no federal income tax in 2007 and 2011.
Their way their wealth builds, they are outside of the systems.
The ultra-rich can trim their tax bills through charitable donations or by avoiding wage income.
They choose when to take income. Sometimes they don't take income at all. They don't take wages. And it's only taxed when they sell, and they often don't sell. They borrow to fund their lifestyles.
None of this is illegal, which begs the question,
does Congress need to change the law?
I do believe they should, yeah. And I believe they should overhaul the whole tax system.
It is ridiculous that the wealthy are not paying taxes and we're paying all of the taxes.
President Biden has proposed higher taxes on the rich, including raising the capital gains tax. Both Warren Buffett and Michael Bloomberg responded to ProPublica, saying they support an increase in taxes on the wealthy and donate much of their wealth. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Well, France is gifting a little Lady Liberty to the United States. She looks just like our Lady Liberty, only she stands about 9 feet tall, making her 16 times smaller than the Lady Liberty we all know and love. In 1885, France gave America the original Statue of Liberty. French leaders say Little Lady Liberty is a reminder of the strong bond between France and the U.S. The statue will arrive in New York just in time for the 4th of July. After the 4th, Little Lady Liberty will be moved to the French Embassy in Washington, D.C., where she'll stay for a decade. She's one of 11 replicas made from the original cast to be used as a model to create the Big Apple statue. Very cool.
Speaking of which, we're less than a month away from July 4th, and 2 wants to know, will we be seeing firework displays this year? We can all be out together now, right? So will this happen? All right, I called downtown Greensboro, and yes, there will be concerts and a limited fun 4th, but no fireworks.
Yeah, so I understand this is because one of those things when things started getting back to normal, it was just too early for them to decide on having a fireworks show.
Right, and to be able to secure all the funding for that and the people and whatever else. Now, the city of Greensboro said they're not doing fireworks either, but wait.
What
This
we
is
got?
what we got. This is what we got. The city said there are some plans for some sort of special event around the 4th. We should know that event by Friday. What do you think it is?
I don't know, but I hope we're gonna have some fireworks and some explosions.
There's no fireworks, Jalen.
I know. Well, I don't. We'll have to make something up.
Okay, well, speaking of which, here's the thing, okay? Because no major fireworks events right here, wouldn't you know there's a shortage of fireworks?
Wow, interesting.
At
My
home.
dad's gonna be
like
heartbroken.
at-home fireworks. All right, take a look.
So it takes a lot longer than it used to deliver to us. It used to take maybe 30 days by the time it left China to get to our door. Now it's taking maybe some around 65, 80 days to get here.
Yes, the fireworks come from China, and this isn't just a production that happened over the last 10 years. Fireworks were invented in China, and, hold on, stay right there. This right here, yeah, it all started with this. Can you believe it all started with this? Here's the history. In 2nd century China, bamboo sticks were thrown into the fire to ward off evil spirits. By 600 AD, gunpowder was poured into those bamboo sticks, and well, go ahead, fast forward to the 13th century in Europe. By that time, gunpowder was put in paper tubes and used for religious festivals, entertainment, and illumination. Historians believe fireworks were brought to the U.S. from Europe and, yes, used on the very first Independence Day. Here's a quote from John Adams. And so it is, fireworks and the 4th of July.
Sometimes you just need a hug. A Minnesota teenager did some research and found the best companions to give hugs when you need one.
We have 3 dogs and 3 cats and 7 horses.
She wasn't in need of more animals,
This is Franklin.
but never
You're fine.
dismiss
This is Ducky.
what Jessica Bradley wanted.
Lionhead bunnies, they're very friendly. They're the most friendly bunny.
At 16, Jessica did hours of research.
They love to have cuddles and stuff more than other bunnies.
She wanted
Yeah.
everything just right.
The softest fur you can imagine.
She wanted this.
Pretty soon.
2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah.
They wait
I hope so.
close to the door.
I hope she brings one.
The residents
The bunnies,
of the lodge of Howard Lake.
they're gonna be coming.
Yep. A long day ahead.
That's our Jessie.
Hi, guys. Here you go, Judy.
Judy Lepelt waited extra long to be first. Her husband Ralph, too. Just as Jessica imagined this.
Yeah.
When she first dropped soft rabbits
Still got the baby.
into a conversation with her mom.
She was sitting on her bed and said, Mom, I want bunnies. And I said, what? Why? Little did I know it was for the old folks.
Do you want some coffee?
A few months earlier, Jessica started working at the lodge, her first real job.
Here you go, Wally.
Jessica's 17th birthday was coming up,
That was her excuse to get them.
and her mom conceded to the $60 a piece price tag.
I thought that was kind of expensive for bunnies, but I said I'd get one if she paid for one, and she said, deal.
There you go.
Jessica knew not just any bunnies would do.
She said, I wanted the softest bunnies for our residents.
Carla Davis, Jessica's boss,
That's good.
noticed the impact on her residents immediately,
Oh, he just loves to be cuddled.
especially at a time they'd been deprived of family contact.
Emotional, physical, the touch, all of it is just very much therapy for them.
You just want to be loved.
Take Dory Miller.
One of the hardest things for me during this epidemic was I had a great-grandchild born. Didn't get to see him. Oh, I wanted so bad to be holding him like this. So this makes up for it a little bit. Oh my.
Here we go.
Jessica's research was spot on. Her lionhead bunnies comfortable being handled for long stretches. Sometimes really long.
Nap time over there.
Barely 17,
Yep.
paying for bunny food and supplies from her modest paycheck.
You would be a great bunny mom.
And not a whisker of this in her job description.
Why do you do this?
It just makes me happy that it's making them happy.
Jessica didn't need more animals.
Oh, sweet baby.
She just wanted this
You're a pretty baby.
for her friends.
Yes, you are.
Boyd Hooper, Carol 11 News,
Oh, he likes that.
Howard Lake.
Y'all know I was looking to get a puppy, but now I
Now
might want
you're-
to get a bunny. They just
I
look
think-
so fluffy and soft.
I think a bunny would probably be a little bit more self-sufficient than a puppy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
might be easier.
Especially with the hours that we have. I had a neighbor who actually had 2 pet bunnies growing up, and they actually would take them for walks, and they have little harnesses, and they would just hop.
That's hilarious.
That's a little bit much.
I actually had a neighbor who had a pet bunny as well. That was the only person I've ever known to have like a rabbit as a pet. But I do love this package. It's just great to see that a young person was thinking not only
Well, Chipotle raised its menu prices to fund employee salaries, which are getting bumped to $15 an hour. The company announced last month it would increase employee pay by the end of June, moving starting wages anywhere from $11 to $18 an hour. If an employee reaches general management, they could earn up to $100,000 annually. Chipotle is hiring more than 20,000 new team members and offering referral bonuses too.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. It's been a while since I've been to Chipotle, but if I went back and saw that the prices went up and I knew it was going towards employee salary, I would be for it because, you know, for so long people have been fighting for a living wage, that $15.
It's going to be interesting to see. I was speaking to a friend of mine at a restaurant, kind of an upscale restaurant, and they were saying that they can't get people to come in and work. And they said, as a matter of fact, they started paying dishwashers $21 an hour.
Wow.
Yes, to wash dishes. And they were like, that's how rough it is right now. So we hope for the best for these restaurants. The question is going to be, can you sustain that kind of pay? And because it's tough to go backwards, you know, if you tell somebody you're paying them this, then you tell them that, that's kind of a tough conversation to have.
That means that guac is going to go up.
That guac is going to go up because it's always extra for the guacamole at all of those kind of restaurants.
But it's worth every penny.
It is worth every penny.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you always get that.
But it's great to see that they're getting these higher salaries for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, like what Eric said, it'll be interesting to see how that continues on.
Yeah, how they'll be able to maintain that.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see. All right, well, let's talk about the forecast where we're going to see consistency. Boy, if we're nothing if we're not consistent with this forecast that goes really 4 days or so. We still have more of the same. I do think that by the weekend, second half of the weekend, we start to cool down a little bit, and maybe the rain chances will drop too. But this is kind of a typical summertime fare though, isn't it? Current temperatures out there, 85 in Greensboro. The official high today at the airport was 87. Probably earlier in the day when we didn't have as much cloud cover as we do now across the area. Most people mid-80s at this particular hour. 70 will be the low tonight, and tomorrow at noon, 78. Again, late day. Summertime showers and thunderstorms. Not widespread, we don't think. There's a possibility, I think Friday evening is probably our best chance to have more wide coverage. A little bit worse tomorrow than today, but I think Friday is the day we'll watch. And again, not severe as far as tornado activity. That's not it. It's just thunderstorms that you could get some heavy rains if they sit over you long enough. Most of the thunderstorm activity now is starting to die down. This is the last one we see that's fairly significant, and that's around Mount Airy to Pilot Mountain. And again, that is weakening as we speak. Here's your 7-day forecast. We'll go through it step by step. We're 85 tomorrow, 84 on Friday. Both days, 40% chance of a late day shower storm. Same story Saturday, but cooler at 82. And then Sunday, you notice we're going partly cloudy instead of mostly cloudy. That's Sunday through Wednesday of next week. That's a little more normal. 83 Sunday, 86 on Monday. Rain chances drop to about a 20 to 30% for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And overnight lows will be in the mid 60s by then. That's pretty comfortable. Daytime highs by Tuesday and Wednesday top out at 87.
And coming up on WFMY News 2 at 5, a mother is charged for murdering her own 5-year-old son in Rural Hall. We're digging deeper into the case and learning more about Kimberly Smith's previous attacks on her second child at 5. Was an accident. Officials believe the shooting was an accident, possibly a bullet fired into the air from some distance away. If you know
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
All day, I know. Here I am. Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee.
Hey, mic check. Just checking. You guys don't have us in a vert or anything, right? Because I'm off center.
Hey there, Chad Silver here, giving my 2 cents today. I want to show you a picture I took last week. It looks pretty straightforward. Julie, Tim, and I in the studio showing our signature 2s. But it's so much more than that. Notice how close we're standing. Last week was the first time in 15 months that we were allowed to stand that close to each other during the newscast. This is how it used to be before the pandemic. I have to admit, at first it felt strange considering we hadn't stood in this formation for more than a year. But that feeling didn't last long. It's surprising how quickly you can fall back into old ways of doing things. I posted the picture on my Facebook page and a lot of you chimed in. Gail said, wonderful picture of all y'all standing together again. Tripp said, so happy y'all can stand together again, Chad. Brenda simply said, absolutely awesome. I thought the same thing, absolutely awesome. Who knew something as simple as standing next to one another would seem like such a big deal? One day, it won't be a big deal, and I'm thankful we're almost there. Well, that's just my 2 cents, and that's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts right now.
The Guilford County Health Department is one step closer to bringing vaccines to a neighborhood near you.
After supply chain delays pushed back the arrival of the county's mobile vaccination unit, it's finally here.
WFMY News 2's Marissa Tansino joins us live outside the health department. And Marissa, when should we expect the unit to hit the road?
Well, Lauren, Chad, it's going to be a little bit. The unit still has to go through the license plate and insurance paperwork. And then after that, the health director says once that's complete, they hope to get it out on the road and into the community.
And we want to make sure as many people as possible get their vaccination.
Every vaccine that we give out is going to count, and we're excited for every dose that we give.
Guilford County putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to getting COVID-19 vaccines out by way of mobile vaccinations.
A fully operational exam room, registration and check-in area, a medical grade refrigerator, a lab workstation, phlebotomy chair and workstation, a restroom.
The health department unveiled its first mobile vaccination unit Wednesday, which will help vaccine outreach in the community, including getting shots to those homebound.
Not only that we're hearing from our community,